What's up, everybody? Welcome to another show, NBA show from SBR, man. Make sure you guys go to sbrpeaks.com/NBA. Check out all the articles, NBA content we have over there, my guys. I'm your host, Jay Money. That's my guy, Junior Browne, man. I don't know where our names went, where our names at, man. I almost forgot my name there before I said that. I'm messing with you, but we appreciate y'all for watching, man. We're just trying to cash some tickets, man. What's up, Junior? Unfortunately, this will be the last show in this apartment. You see what I'm saying? I won't be back until Monday, so this be the last time that I'm doing it. Kind of got a tier or something, man. It's nice times here, but much better spot coming up. You dig it? So let's what's up, Junior? How was your day yesterday, man?
Great day yesterday. Yeah, I be doing the show from all over the place, so I'm already used to that. But I'm glad to hear you moving on up. Congratulations to you. You know what I'm saying? So handle your business. We'll hold you down tomorrow. In the meantime, finally had a good day at the office after a rough ass beginning to the week and rough last week too. Hit on Washington plus the points. Hit that Dallas first half. Fire blaze them. That hit. And I told y'all that even though I wasn't making it a show pick, I had taken the money line as soon as I woke up. God damn, my bank account is so much happier today than it was yesterday. I'll just tell you that. But yeah, no, just ready to get to this money because obviously you can't get too excited. It's still really hard to cap this part of the season because we don't know what team's motivation is. I'm going to tell you already, everyone watching, that's going to be a big part of the theme on today's show. What's the motivation for these guys with the position that they find themselves in? And how are you really betting without knowing that? So I'll leave it to the hosts with the most to break down yesterday's game.
The hostess with the most. I must say, I actually don't mind this time because teams really be kind of showing their hand to where they're, the motivation wise or whatever.
Sure.
Might be able to clean
Blazers,
up.
Though.
Not for real.
Utah did not want to win that game. They didn't care. They did not care.
Yeah, might be time to capitalize on some of these. So I know I'm working on the house stuff, but I'm just looking at a few games too, though, man. But so look, yesterday Wizards go down. They were winning at first for the Hawks. Come out and outscore them in that fourth quarter, 37-25. My guys, Hawks win 120-116. Spurs go down versus the Nets. Harden comes back. Harden comes back plus KD playing that Kyrie didn't play. They still get it done. 128-116 covered that game. The Celtics have a lot of problems. Obviously, I mean they set some guys. Probably thought they still could win versus the Cavs. Nope, you lose 102-94, my guys. Mavs smacked City over the Pelicans yesterday. Cavs their first half. They outscored them 45-28 in that second quarter to cover their first half. End up smacking them full game as well. Blazers, my guys, end up cashing with them and fire blaze them. Whenever you hop on the Blazers and fire, but you gotta get on a little fire blaze before and after the game. See what I'm saying? Just for good luck. You dig it? The Blazers get it done 105-98. And then the Rockets give the Lakers a scare. What we see, they rested AD and LeBron. LeBron's supposed to come back 2 straight games. Now he's gonna push it over there to the Pacers. Like I say, the Rockets, they almost lost their game, but they end up getting the win in the column. That's the only thing that they're worried about, my guys. Let's get to today's games. First game up, my guy, Clippers versus Hornets. Junior, this could be interesting right here. Do you think the Clippers taking this game serious? They're favored by 8 points. They have started to be on a little roll here, started to put together some games. What you think in this one, my guy?
Well, this is usually the Triple J show. I'm gonna put on my conspiracy J hat today.
Oh, okay. I like it.
There's some reverse tanking happening in the Western Conference. And the tanking is to avoid the Lakers at all costs. Nobody wants any part of the Lakers in the first round. So if you're the Clippers, what's your motivation to win? To knock Phoenix out of second place, to have to face the Lakers? If the Clippers lose in the first round of the playoffs, bruh, after giving up basically their entire future for the next 10 years, people are going to be on suicide watch out there. So you already know they're not trying to face the Lakers in the first round. Whereas the Charlotte Hornets, they're kind of fighting for their playoff life a little bit. They have an opportunity at least to be in a situation where they just got to win one game and get in. Because the difference between 8, 9, and 10 is that, right? If you're 7 or 8, you win one, you're in. If you're in 9 or 10, you got to win twice to get in. So
right.
If you're Charlotte, all the motivation is on your side. It doesn't mean you're going to win. But does that mean the Clippers are going to cover the spread? I can't lay this many points with an unmotivated team. In my opinion, anyways, an unmotivated team. So it's Charlotte or nothing, which for me kind of just means it's nothing.
No, I'm with you on that. It's Charlotte or nothing. My problem is, so look, the Clippers. I understand the Suns trying to get away from the Lakers. I don't. In all honesty, I think that there's one team that's not trying to get away from the Clippers. They damn near own the Lakers. I mean, obviously, it would be a tough matchup. You would like to avoid them if you can, but I don't think that they're necessarily scared of the Suns. But I do think that they're kind of. I mean, the Lakers can match up. They probably can match up a little bit better with the Suns. And after them not making the playoffs forever, you don't want to be your first appearance to be against the defending champion Lakers. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand the Suns not trying to. I'm not necessarily sold on that. The Clippers may not want to. I must say I'm not laying the 8 points with them here on the road. I'm not a huge fan of the Hornets. Obviously, I mean they've been an injury riddled team as well, and I still don't think LaMelo Ball is 100%, but he can still run the show. It's the Hornets are nothing for me, home dog, but this is definitely one I'm standing off of, my guy. Now we talk about this other one, damn near the same spread, Junior. This Bucks versus the Pacers, my guys. Now we've seen the Pacers starting to juice up a bit now. They're starting to play a lot better. The Bucks have started to be so unmotivated. I mean, the Bucks almost seem like they're not trying to cover spreads on purpose. They are 0-4 against spread last four. I was watching the Magic game closely because they were teetering around covering around winning by 14 to 16. I said, I just want to see what the final score is. It'll tell me a lot. What do you see? They go and win by 12 with a spread that was like 13 and a half, 14 all day. You see what I'm saying? So it's just some crazy stuff going on with them. They might win and not even cover. I could see the Bucks just not showing up here almost like they did versus the Spurs and get smacked up here. What you thinking here? We know that nobody will really like the Pacers today, but what do you think with this one? Do you think that the Bucks could be, because they're pretty much locked into their seed as well, Junior? What you think about this one?
Yeah, people that watch the show on a regular basis might think that I lost my mind. Pacers +8 official play. I know they say that I've been preaching that the Pacers don't cover spreads, especially at home, but they do have motivation in this spot. Now they'll basically pretty much fall into that 10 seed because Chicago just has way too much to do. But Milwaukee doesn't have any more motivation left. So basically, Milwaukee is chasing Brooklyn for that second spot. But Brooklyn only has 2 games left, and they only got to win one of them, and they lock it down. The last game of the season is against the Cleveland Cavaliers. There's your one game. So there's no motivation for Milwaukee to go out and bust their ass. Can they win the game? Yeah, they probably win the game. Do they win by margin? For what? Why? Like literally though, why? Why are they winning by margin? Because again, once they're comfortable in the lead, I'm not saying that they're going to take their foot off the gas to the point that they lose the game, but covering the spread is not even something they're doing anyways in situation where they had to win. Now that they don't need to win, I'm supposed to lay 8 points to them. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, the line makes sense to me from the standpoint that the Pacers don't cover spreads at home, but from a motivation standpoint, I don't get this line at all, to be honest.
Yep, and another thing that you see the Bucks step out on the road for just one single game. You see what I'm saying? Before you come back to the house and face the Heat. Now the Bucks will probably come to play versus the Heat just for the simple fact that they lost the last time. It's somewhat a revenge spot. I told you this like a week ago. There's like 3 more games that the Bucks would take serious. The Heat is pretty much the last one. So I think the Bucks could possibly lose this one, and I'll definitely be fading them in the last game of their season. Another just step out game where it's just totally uninspired spot, unmotivated spot. So I'm taking the Pacers with you, my guy. I'm putting some on Pacers plus the 8 because I already like it. Yeah, I already like it. I just hadn't bet it. You see what I'm saying? It's already Pacers nothing, and probably want to take because we could possibly get some guys ruled out for the Bucks here. It's just like it's already a double revenge spot for the Pacers. This time here at the house, they're playing a lot better. We know the Holiday brothers. They're playing up against their big brother as well. So Bucks pretty much own them, but I think this is an uninspired spot for him, my guy. I'm gonna sprinkle a little something on it. It's different. It's not the play of the day, but I'm gonna put a little something on the Pacers plus the 8.5 plus the 8. I like it, my guys. Next game up, Magic versus Hawks. Not a lot of words from me on this one, Junior. Take it away from me, my guy.
Heat money line. Oh no, sorry, you said Magic Hawks.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think that's the next one, right? Yeah, I probably shouldn't have put this one on a rundown.
Yeah, but I didn't even realize that you did, to be honest with you, because I'm not looking at the screen. I'm looking at Sportsbook Review odds right now. Okay, so we're talking about this garbage bowl. I can't lay 13.5 points at the Hawks for so many different reasons. If you watch the show on a regular basis, these spreads are garbage. These are not NBA spreads. These are college basketball spreads, and I refuse to participate in this foolishness. So I pass.
And so, look, my guys, So DeAndre Hunter is going to play, available to play. Bogdanovich, questionable. Trae Young, probable. Trae Young, probable. Let me see. I saw some guys questionable here. So let's see. Who all is questionable? I saw some guys questionable. Oh, Capella. So Capella, Gallinari, and Bogdanovich are all questionable for the spot. Another uninspired spot for the Hawks here. I'd probably look towards taking the Magic. It's crazy to say, but it's Magic or nothing for me. They could lose that one, but they could keep it within 7 to 8 points. To be honest with you, especially if the Hawks, so they're coming off a couple big games, third game, 4 nights, no travel. You see what I'm saying? Let's see. We'll see if Bumble will play, my guys. I can only look towards Magic. Is what I'm saying. I can only look towards the Magic and this one. They getting up a lot of points because they probably rest all 3 questionables here, Junior. They might rest them. I'm not in a hurry to take the Magic. They do have a game in Philadelphia tomorrow, but I think they could. If put like this, if they want to win the game the rest of the year, it might be this because they got 2 coming up against 76ers. So I'm not saying they're gonna win, but they're catching doubles. I'd be on Magic. Heavy leans in Magic, my guys. Let's get to the next one. 76ers versus the Heat. Like me and my guy Junior, we like some here. I think they might light them 76ers on fire here today. Don't look now, but the Heat are starting to try and show some signs that they want to make another playoff run. They're really trying to get it together at the right time, Junior. Won 6 out of the last 7 games. Now they face the 76ers after getting smacked up both times earlier this year. No Jimmy, no Bam Adebayo each one of those games. So just be interested to see what happens here. Jimmy Butler officially questionable with an eye. Embiid got a fake illness or something, or I think he got. All right, I ain't gonna even go into that. He maybe start messing with a few too many girls or something. But Junior, what's up? What you liking this one, my guy?
Yeah, Embiid is dating a Brazilian model. Embiid is good. He's good on the girls.
Is he just dating her? Is he married?
No, that's wifey. I don't know. You know these NBA players, they can't keep
if he ain't married. Yeah,
no, I feel it. Even if he is married. Anyways, Miami money line -130. That's my official play. I took this early. The Sixers have nothing to play for again. They basically will fall into the first spot just by virtue of their schedule and their opponent's schedule. I'm just trying to pull up Philly's schedule because I can't really remember who they finished.
They got the Magic after this.
Magic back-to-back home games.
Yeah.
You stop this nonsense, bro. They don't care about this game tonight at all, bro. And of all the teams that need to rest people, the 76ers got people that can benefit from rest. So one team that has no motivation whatsoever, the Magic, who are very motivated to win this game and actually just look pretty good. What did they won? Like 7 of their last 10 games. They just look like they're getting into that mode where they got into last year, where they kind of started ramping up. Because let's be real, last year the Miami Heat were a top 10 offense. I think they were like 7th in offensive efficiency. This season they're 21st. If they can just get some rhythm going with their offense, their defense is still top 10. That's it. So look, and Jay, you're a defensive guy, so I'm sure you're going to agree with what I'm going to say. If you're a bad defensive team, you're not going to fix that going into the playoffs. You're just going to be a bad defensive team like Brooklyn. Brooklyn is just going to have to outscore everybody. Mm-hmm. But the Heat, their defense travels. Their defense has been consistent for several years. Their offense can't pick up because, again, less than literally 12 months ago, they were a top 10 team in the NBA on offense with the exact same roster. So all they need is a couple games to get clicking, and then you never know what can happen in the playoffs. So I'm just basically taking the motivated team against a team that has nothing to play for.
No, I'm with you on that, man. I put some on Heat -2. We was talking right before the show. I'm like, I already like the Heat. It's already a heavy lean. What am I waiting for, man? Put a little something on it. I don't have to go big on it, but I put something on it. I put Heat -2, man, in my pocket. Sixers are 1-3-1 against the spread in the last 5 meetings. They've shown that they could let the Heat stay with them. You see what I'm saying? If Embiid doesn't play here, which we saw this line open up at Philly -1 with Embiid and Butler being questionable, it's moving up to 2, starting them 2 too, starting to get juiced up to minus 115 now. So I'm not sure what story that's telling, but I know I like the Heat here, and I know I had to get on it before it starts to move up even more. Obviously, if Embiid is ruled out, it could likely go up to -4, possibly even -5. So I like the Heat to win this game. I like for them to come in the more motivated team. They're starting to play a lot better basketball as well right now, my guys. So give me the Heat -2. I think that they win this game, and I think that the 76ers don't necessarily gain too much from winning this game. You already beat this team twice already this season. You see what I'm saying? It's already hard to beat a team 3 times in a row, and we just, like we say, they're pretty much locked into their seed. Like, what do you want to risk injury for? You have a lot bigger goals than a meaningless regular season game when you've already accomplished your goal for the regular season, pretty much. So, yeah, put me down for Heat -2, my guys. Next game up, Spurs versus the Knickerbockers. Knicks land what? Oh, Knicks! Oh, it just got smacked. It was at 4.5. It's up to 5.5, showing 6s now. Basically, okay, just down to 5 again now. So, what the hell is going on with this game, man? We do know it was 4 question marks here: Rose, Bullock, Burks, and one more quickly as well. So 4 question marks. Maybe some guys getting some inside info on that one. Somebody in or out. 97% of money on the Knicks here, Junior. What we liking?
Yeah, I mean, I took this super early at -4.5 because I thought the line was kind of short. Spurs just played last night. I know they played just down the street in Brooklyn, but they played a pretty tough game last night. They were getting blown out like early, then they came back a little bit. The game was kind of going back and forth, but all their players played like a normal amount of minutes. So it's a quick turnaround against a Knicks team that has a little bit of rest and still motivation. The Knicks could still finish top 4 in the East. And if anybody thinks that the Knicks are satisfied with just getting into the playoffs, you're kind of not paying attention to what's going on in New York. Tom Thibodeau's completely changed that culture. I had question marks about him in Minnesota. Now I have question marks about Karl Anthony Towns and to be honest, and Andrew Wiggins. They just soft. You know what I'm saying? Because if they would have bought in the way the Knicks have bought in, they would be a playoff team right now. But that's a whole other conversation. The San Antonio Spurs are not a good basketball team. Can we just start with that? They've only won 7 of their last. They've only won 3 of their last 10 games, and I don't really like the matchup for them against this specific Knick group of players. I like a motivated Knicks team who, by the way, are 22-11 ATS at home. I know the Spurs are a much better road team than they are a home team because they're a trash home team, but I think the number is kind of short. I think the accurate number for this game is Knicks -6, 6.5 even. It's only because the Spurs are on a back-to-back. I'm saying 6.5. If it was not a back-to-back, it'd probably be like 5.5, 6. I think I'm getting a good price at 4.5. I really like the Knicks in this spot. I'm talking way too much. Knickerbockers. Short. Pull your pants up.
Got you. Knicks for my guy over here, man. So yeah, it's not one that I'm on, but it's definitely a tough game. I must say I don't really have a lean either way. I could see it going either way. So we see this line. It was getting smacked up to 5.5, and then immediately come back down to 5. So they have money basically on both sides. So just be interesting to see what happens here. Be interesting to see who plays as well. Like I say, Derrick Rose questionable, Reggie Bullock questionable. Who else? Emmanuel Quickly and Alec Burks as well. So maybe 2 out of those 4 guys will play. Just be interesting to see what happens. Let's get to the next game. Raptors versus Bulls. Got Raptors versus Bulls, my guys. Bulls laying 10.5 now. It's up to 10.5. I must say, I wish BlackJack. I think BlackJack was supposed to be on the show. I wish he was here. I just like when BlackJack says Bulls. It's Bulls, Bulls, Bulls. And I think when he's on here, we cash as well. But he's supposed to be here, so that's good enough. But yeah, Bulls for me, man. I did get on at -10. It's going up. Probably close at 11, 12 or something, depending on who plays. But we do know it's like 6 guys for the Raptors that's not playing for sure. So, but regardless to that, it's just unmotivated. Bags are already packed, pretty much ready just to play out the rest of the 3 games. Which the Bulls, they're actually kind of sort of playing pissed off and trying to bring. The Bulls are playing just like the Timberwolves, trying to bring something into next year, trying to build something just for some, try to build some motivation and just to try and take something into next year. Like I say, so Bulls for me, I know the number's high, but I do think it's a smack city spot for the Bulls. Bulls, Junior. What you liking?
With this game, not a hell of a lot. I could tell you that. This game is absolute garbage. I missed the first quarter line when it was at -3. If I could get it at 3, I'll be involved. Right now, I only see 3.5s on the board. I want no parts of that. one possession or I'm not getting involved. I do think it's a smack city spot because of what you said. The Bulls are still playing because they know that they're not in a position to be like, oh, okay, well, we're not going to make the playoffs, so we're taking games on. No, you're playing for your job. Billy Donovan's only been there for a season, and he's not going anywhere. So if you're trying to be on that roster and you're trying to be part of their future, you better be, showing Billy Donovan something, or else you might be packing your bags for a different reason. So most of the Bulls players still have motivation. The Raptors players, most of them dudes don't even really play for the Raptors, if you're just going to be honest. So, it's Bulls or nothing.
Yeah, no, I saw in the last game versus the Nets. I'm watching. Obviously, the Bulls did lose that game. They were on a little 3-game win streak before that. I'm seeing Zach LaVine, even in a losing effort, I just really like what I see from him. I mean, after he was scoring plays, he almost looked like LeBron when he was with the Heat. I think they were going up against, I forgot which team they were going up against, but they were down 3-2, had to win the last 2 games. LeBron just went into a whole different mode. He had the game 6 where he didn't smile anything. He's just after every basket. It was,
It was against Boston.
Yeah. So I just know he went to a different. That was the LeBron that I was a fan of. I saw something similar to that in Zach LaVine. No smiles, anything. It was all business. I mean, they were in the lose, but he almost brought them back to kind of win that game. They were all like down 20. So I think if they come out with that same intensity they've been playing with, even especially after losing effort as well, I think they smacked the shit out of the Raptors here. Just what these Raptors are showing, they almost starting to get like a little OKC right now. So I'm not going to even talk about all the players that they're sitting. That's them. I think there's more of a buy on the Bulls. I think this line is high for a reason, and I hope that people are scared away from it. So it don't be no fishy shit going on. But yeah, Bulls minus 10 for me. It's up to 10.5. I still like it. We seeing a 15, 20-point win by the Bulls tonight, my guys. Hopefully. Next game up, Nuggets versus Wolves here. Got the Nuggets laying, 4.5 on the road. Opened up at 5.5. I believe it was up to 6. Down to 4.5 now. Junior, what do you think? You think the Timberwolves can keep it going? Keep playing hard? They're home dog here. Do you think they have a shot to win this game, my guy?
Yeah, I might actually get involved with the Timberwolves a little later. It's not an official play, but I can only look Wolves. Again, what are the Nuggets really playing for? What is their motivation? They're pretty at. I just don't see what they're playing for, and they've been playing at a level where for a couple of weeks now we've been saying they kind of got to come back down to earth. Well, I think they'll come back down to earth by chilling a little bit until the playoffs start. I don't see any reason why they're trying to go from 4th to 3rd, unless again it would be to avoid the Lakers. And guess what? By going to 4th to 3rd, you're not going to avoid the Lakers because the Lakers are going to be 7th. They're probably going to win their first round. And then if you're 3rd, you would play them in the second round. So
you want to hear a scenario?
That's my reverse tanking theory.
Nobody's trying to play. So real quick, I want to hear you say it again one more time.
Say what?
What's the theory? The theory, because I'm intrigued by this.
My reverse tanking theory. So the Lakers are going to finish 7th, most likely, right? And they're going to beat whoever. Like they're going to go into the playoff thing. They're going to win that first game. So that means if you win the first game, you finish 7th. Whoever wins the second game finishes 8th. So they're going to finish 7th. They're going to beat the second seed, probably. I'm not saying for sure. But even then, Jay, we're going to get into a whole other conversation because are you going to get the Lakers as road dogs in the first round of the playoffs? Or is the second seed going to be a home dog? It's whatever happens, it's going to be crazy. Let's just say the Lakers then win that series. If you're in 3rd, you're playing the Lakers in the next round. Whereas if you're 4th or 5th, you play the winner of the first and 8th. Right. So the reverse tanking theory to me is the Nuggets want no part of 3rd, and the Suns and Clippers want no part of 2nd, but the Suns are basically going to get stuck with it because the Clippers ain't trying to win nothing either.
So you're saying theory. So basically what you're saying is that the Clippers want to stay at 3 and Nuggets want to stay at 4, just to make it simple.
Yes. So the Clippers avoid them in the first round and the Nuggets avoid them in the second round.
Got you. Yeah, that makes sense. I know. I'm just saying for the listeners. But so look, there is in theory a type of way that the Lakers could move up to 6. I think so. Look, the Blazers would have to lose. They would have to lose, I think, both games. So Mavs would have to split, go 1-1. Blazers would have to lose both of their remaining games, and then the Lakers would have to win out. What's up?
I hate to interrupt you, but people in the chat are wilding right now, and
What happened?
I'm not saying it to disrespect
They
anyone in
say.
the chat. I see people saying LeBron looks unmotivated. LeBron's not clearly not trying to win. Have you guys been watching basketball for the last 20 years? You really think that LeBron James steps on a basketball court with anything other than trying to win a championship at his age right now? You think he could just throw away seasons because he's getting younger? Use your head, bro. If LeBron is playing, if he's gonna play until the wheels fall off. He doesn't have time to be like, oh, we'll get him next year. When you're closer to 40, what are you guys talking about? Stop
Yeah,
it. I'm not.
they saying he won't make it out the first round. Lakers won't make it out.
That's possible. I'm not trying to say the Lakers are guaranteed gonna win. But are you gonna tell me you would be shocked if the Lakers won a first round series? That would be shocking to you? If that's shocking to you, then I don't know what league you're watching. I'm sorry, because
Yeah,
as
a
long as
lot of
AD and LeBron are playing their best, they
yeah.
could be anybody. Come on.
Yeah, a lot of people think that they might repeat, guys. So take what's where it's this people, the smart basketball people that still think that the Lakers will make it to the. They still think or wholehearted, even no matter what seed, you still just beat who's ever in front of you. See what I'm saying? So even if you, like, say if you make it to the third seed or something, you still might have to play a tough team. I mean, the Blazers aren't going to be a tough out. The Mavs not going to be a tough out. I mean, the way that the Warriors playing right now, you basically gonna have to triple team Steph. But in the West, nobody's going to be a tough out, in my opinion. So that's and the Lakers figured out it like, all right, we just got to get in there. As long as we playing our game at the playoffs, that's when it matters most. You beat who's in front of you simply. Every team is going to be tough, like in their own little way to beat. You see what I'm saying? Nobody really imagined the Jazz and the Suns being at the top. What if they were a 7th, 8th seed? It still would be super tough. So you just got to play your best basketball when playoff time gets here. It look like LeBron just kind of saving himself so he could just have a whole bunch of fun. But yeah, a bunch of people, respected people, still think that the Lakers are going to get back to the finals or think that they're going to repeat, my guys. I'm not one to think they'll repeat, but they could make a deep run, I must say, man. Defense wins championships, and if they turn up, it's possible. But just saying, the Lakers, it's possible that they can move up to the 6th seed. Possibly Lakers, Blazers would have to lose the last 2 games. The Mavs have to go 1-1, and then Lakers win out, and then it would be Mavs. Yeah. It would be Mavs, Lakers, then Portland.
If LeBron loses in the first round, Skip Bayless will bust on live TV. Shannon Sharp won't be able to go into work for like a month, bro. LeBron cannot lose a first dog. LeBron James, for his legacy, he's losing first round playoff series. All right. If y'all think that he doesn't think about these things, all right.
That means Suns need to beat the Blazers tonight. For if the Suns want to avoid, like, just speaking, so we segue into this game. I mean, because it's just 2 of us today, and we only got one more game: Blazers versus Suns, my guys. So Suns, in theory, if they wanted to just try and help if they want to get away from the Lakers, then you need the Blazers to lose. It starts with Blazers having to lose the next 2 games. So you have to beat the Blazers. The Blazers have to lose out. You have to beat them in this tonight. So what you think? The Suns laying 5.5. What you thinking, my guy? What do you think? Do they come back to play after 2 straight games, or do the Blazers stay hot?
As much as I've been riding the Suns all season, I'm not touching them again until the playoffs. And the Blazers have one of the, like we mentioned yesterday, have one of the worst closing schedules that you could possibly hope for, which is why I took them last night. I kind of have to take the points of the Blazers here. I just don't see the motivation for the Suns other than wanting to get right before the playoffs. Because the one thing that you can't underestimate with this team, they don't have any playoff pedigree. Like, even Devin Booker, he's been a great player for years, but guess what? You're actually really only a great player based on what you do in the playoffs. I don't give a shit if you scored 70 points when your team won like 11 games that season. Like that, who cares? Like, when you get in the playoffs, and by the way, in that game against Utah, he was trash in the 4th quarter. I'm sorry. He couldn't defend nobody. He was not making good plays. He's got to step up. If Phoenix is going to do any kind of damage, he literally has to take that next leap. That you know what I mean, Jay. We see every single player. They're really nice in the regular season, and then they get into the playoffs and turn into Superman, like Donovan Mitchell last year, where you're like, okay, so now your game has gone to that next level. It's time for Devin Booker to get to that next level, and I haven't seen any evidence of it really all season. He was barely even an all-star, and this is not to trash Devin Booker. This is just saying I'm off of the Suns all the way until I see what's going on in the playoffs.
Got you. Levert just listed questionable, my guys, for Pacers. So yeah,
Oh
that's some type
God.
of bullshit. So I'm staying off that one for now and see what's up. I don't even like the fact that he's listed questionable. I mean, you're trying to juice up and try and take some shit into the playoffs. I think it was a winnable game for Pacers, but we'll see what happens with that one. They could just be trying to play a game and try to get more money on the books. It happens as well. I don't have a lean on this. It's a tough game. Suns laying 5.5. Must say it's a few too many points. I'm not betting against the Blazers right now. In theory, if the Suns do want to, I mean, the Blazers have this game, and then they have a game versus the Nuggets. Like I said, if the Blazers lose the next two games, the Mavs go 1-1, which they could possibly lose versus the Timberwolves the way that they've been playing, and the Lakers win out. The Lakers will, and the NBA will get their wish that Lakers won't be in the 7th seed and out of the play-in tournament. So it's still possible. So just be interested to see if the Suns show that motivation to want to beat the Blazers tonight, and then really root for the Nuggets to beat them as well, and then look for the Mavs to drop one or if not both games. And that would get the Suns' wish as well, because that would help the Lakers out, and it would help themselves out, get away from the Lakers and move them to the 6th seed. So crazy to say, but I kind of lean Suns, especially off a couple of straight losses and the no-show off of the Warriors. Definitely, you know what I'm saying? The second half, it was just absolutely terrible. But the Blazers, their offense is like scorching hot right now, guys. I'm not going against it. It's an offensive league these days. So when the offense is this hot, they won 9 out of the last 10, covered 7 out of the past 10 as well. It's a tough game, man. Like I say, just because the Suns will kind of want to win, it don't mean that they'll cover. So no lean for me that one. BlackJack picks. BlackJack likes the bull. I'm gonna talk like Black. I'm gonna be BlackJack's picks, guys. Bring it down to us, guy. I'm BlackJack right now. Bulls, Bulls, Bulls. We're taking the Bulls tonight. I like the Bulls. Smack City. All right, that was BlackJack's picks. Junior, break them off with your plays.
Hey, shout out to Chris Medina in the chat. I got a homie in Costa Rica named Chris Medina. I don't know if that's you, but if that is you, you think nobody's scared of the Lakers? That's good. That's funny. That's funny. Nobody's scared of the Lakers. Keep thinking that. My official picks though, let me just go back to these games. Sorry, fellas. Miami money line, Knicks -4.5, and Indiana +8.
Got you. Give me I'm going with Heat -2, and then I'm going with Bulls -10, my guys. That's what I'm on. That's what my money's on. See what I'm saying? Heavy lean to the Pacers, heavy lean to Wolves as well, my guys. That's what I'm liking. I must say, small lean on Magic with the Hawks maybe showing that they may not be really totally caring about this game. That's something I say. So I mean, there's no way in hell I'm laying 12.5 or double digits with a team that's coming off a back-to-back 3rd and 4, and it's the uninspired spot. Magic are still the NBA team, and they still got some guys over there that's trying to play for some contracts. You see them? They want some big money too. They want some fatty. We getting paid. I get paid $100,000 a year now, man. I'm trying to get paid $20 million a year too, man. I gotta go out there and put 30 up. I lean the Magic, man. I might get there. We appreciate everybody for tuning in, guys. We just here to break down these games for you guys.
Can I say one thing, Jay?
You say whatever you want, my guy.
Because they just posted it in the chat. I kind of forgot. I'm taking over the SBR Twitter feed for an hour at 5 p.m. Eastern, answering questions about the playoffs and whatever else. And for once, I will not be answering trolls, so don't waste your time. But yeah, I'll be doing that at 5 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, I might come and ask some questions. Well, I'm be busy working on the house, so I'm gonna do that. So that's 4 o'clock my time. So yeah, I'm gonna get on there and ask some questions. No, I was just thinking one day, man, they should let me run the SBR Twitter page, man.
Why not?
The motherfucker would be lit. I'm talking about 24/7. It's gonna be lit. I mean, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna get it suspended or anything or do anything bad. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just gonna be
posting my best behavior.
Yeah, no, I'm not even talking about you. I'm saying me. If they let me run it, I wouldn't do anything bad, man. Y'all let me run the page, man. I'm gonna have it. It's gonna be nice, man. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna say the content's gonna be lovely, and people gonna fuck with it, man. So just a thought. But yeah, Junior, I might come over there and ask some questions, man. We appreciate everybody for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe, go and follow us on Twitter as well. At JMoneyIsMoney. That's my guy at Junior Browne. What's your Twitter, Junior? At Junior Browne or what?
Yeah, it's like Jr. Browne. My last name with an E, 21.
My guy, I could dig it. He ain't 21, but Junior Browne 21. Not at J Money.
I'm 21. Almost
Savage.
Almost double that. I'll be double that soon enough.
Savage. I can dig it, my guy. Appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Talk. You know what I'm saying?
It's got you, Junior. Look out for us, man. I need you to hold the fort down for me, man. Next couple of days, I'll be back on Monday, my guys. So, like I said, I'd love to do the show, but the
Oh, we got
circumstances
some
not
guest
right.
hosts tomorrow. We got a guest host and some first timers. Well,
Got,
it's gonna be interesting.
got you. Yeah, hold it down for me, Junior. Hold it down for me if you don't mind. I'll be back Monday, my guys. Trying to take care of some stuff, man. Guys, find your happiness. Don't I ask? Live your life. Happiness above all, my guys. We finna get out of here. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. We gone.